Now, trade unions COSATU and SAFTU took to the streets of Cape Town, joining their colleagues around the country for a national shutdown. SAFTU delivered its memorandum to the city, provincial government as well as parliament, demanding urgent intervention on fuel prices, blackouts and the rising cost of living. COSATU, meanwhile, took their march to the PRASA to demand accountability over the province's failing rail system. Nobesuthu Ejana was there and filed this report for us.
The trade unions held separate events under the same umbrella to highlight issues affecting the working class. COSATU held a picket outside PRASA's offices demanding answers on what it calls failed promises on improved safety and security for both commuters and train operators. This follows the torching and vandalism of trains in 2019.
The manager said a lot of things in 2020, but the problem is that we don't see it on the ground. We don't see buses taking the people from Khayelitsha to Cape Town. We don't see buses taking people from Kaifontein to Cape Town. So it's all on paper, but there's nothing tangible that's happening.
While addressing the crowd, the rail agency's acting group CEO David Mpelo called for patience. He says they are making up for lost time.
I just mentioned a few things in front of the crowd to say when they pushed this memo, we didn't have a service, or we had minimal service across the board. But today, I was standing in front of them and say, out of the 12 corridors or 12 lines they have here, we're running 8. And the balance of that, which is the 4, we're partially running a service. So we may be going halfway in certain cases.
SAFTU's first stop, meanwhile, was Cape Town Mayor Jordan Hill-Lewis's office. They want equal service delivery for all communities across the mother city. Hill-Lewis assured marchers that his government has been working hard to address service delivery, electricity and crime.
We are buying power from independent power producers other than Eskom. Now that's going to help with load shedding, but the other thing it's going to help with, when you buy renewable power from the sun and from the wind, it is much, much cheaper than Eskom power. So the more that we get off Eskom, the more that we can pass on those savings to you, the consumers, in Cape Town.
SAFTU's president, Ruth Ntlokotse, says they are demanding accountability from all governmental stakeholders.
It cannot be that workers in this country, their living standards are declining on a daily basis, and they pretend as if like situation is normal. We are saying that they are custodian, they are people who are meant to make policies, to make laws, and they are adopting policies that are affecting the most vulnerable members of the society, who are the workers and the poor.
Officials will have 14 days to respond. Failing this, they vow to return to the streets. Nobesuthu Ejana, Cape Town.